Hi, everyone. I'm Larissa Russell of Creative You, and welcome to the Loving, Healing, Creating Summit. Today, I have with me Karen Atkins. Karen is a vitality lifestyle expert and entrepreneur, as well as an award-winning musician. Welcome, Karen.
Hi, thanks, Larissa. It's great to be here.
Yeah. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. Well, I help people, especially women, but really anyone who wants to and needs to revitalize their vitality so they can make stuff happen in their lives. So that's like the overall overarching thing that I do is I help people learn where they're depleting their energy and how they can start to rebuild it and sustain it so they can get on with their passions.
Oh, I love that. I think it's something important that everybody needs to
We
keep
do.
that, that energy and vitality going. And what is one thing you would say is unique about you?
Well, as you mentioned, I am a musician, and I started my sort of life and career after college as a musician, and ended up having a lot of health issues and other challenges that made me stop my music career. And for 20 years, I completely left my creativity behind. And then over a series of learning different healing modalities, and then burning myself out again because I got so excited about it, and then realizing that the biggest missing piece that I was missing was this something called primordial chi, or life force. And then I used that to really rebuild and be sustainable. And then what happened was I ended up going back to playing music again, because my creative juices just started massively flowing. And so what I ended up doing was creating music that also had healing frequencies. And so I kind of studied a little bit about how some people use tuning the instruments in a particular way. Some people use meditation. Some people use, getting themselves into certain states. And there's all kinds of ways to kind of raise the vibration of the music. And so, combining those two things is a passion of mine. And I also use my music in my courses that I teach and in the programs that I offer people. And I think that I see more and more that people are combining music and healing. And that excites me because I think we need more people like me who are doing that. And I mean, obviously music is healing and all creativity is healing. But ways to enhance the effects, I think, are really, they're very exciting. And there's a lot of opportunity for us to expand with that.
So you touched on this a little bit, but what does healing with creativity mean to you?
Healing with creativity. Well, I think, part of it is obviously being creative is healing, because it taps into something that I teach about, which is our basic life force energy. But one thing that I think people miss in this component is the fact that if we are depleted, which most of us are, especially women who are really, 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 really good at taking care of everybody else first, and then themselves, or if maybe themselves, and I will say ourselves because I'm included in that category. So we tend to deplete, and if we're depleted, it's hard to be creative and feel creative. Right. So because before I said creative juice is flowing, right? Something that's juicy is alive. There's, it's hydrated, it's active. And if it's dry or dried out, or, then that's aging. That's like decline. And we want to expand. And so I think that to be able to heal with creativity, we also have to connect to our life force energy, so that we can open up the possibility to be even more creative and connect more with our passions. So it's a little bit of a different slant, but to me, that's where I meet the two together.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you use creativity to tap into your intuition or your soul being?
Well, this is one of the things that we'll be talking about, that I'll be teaching in my course. Is that intuition is something that we all have. And it's something that many of us may get sort of ideas of it, but then we're not sure, right? So we don't trust it is basically the thing. So we all have intuition, but the majority of people are taught actually not to trust their intuition. They're taught to follow the rules and follow the box and be inside the box, which is not going to be where the intuitive creative answers come from, right? And so, and we have two parts of our brain, and that's what we're going to talk about here in the course, is the left and the right side of the brain. So the right brain is the creative side of the brain, and it's also the side of the brain that connects to our intuition. And then the left brain is the logic and the details and the big picture. And so if we can learn to harmonize those two parts, then we can learn to access our intuition at a much quicker pace and a deeper level. And that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Excellent. So can you share a little bit more about that, about what we're doing today?
Yeah. So so we're going to work with this energy that we need to become creative, or to tap into our creativity. Like I said, we're all creative beings, but some people have a more of a difficulty connecting with it, or we go through, creative blocks and things like that, or we're just not feeling motivated or inspired. And so, once we get creative with something, usually we're having a good time, right? We feel happy, we feel vital. And so in this course, we're going to look at the pieces that help us get there. And then, so we're going to be doing, some movement actually to stir up that energy center, that power, that creative center. And then we're also going to be doing another technique to learn to balance the brain, to get the left and the right hemispheres of the brain working in harmony together, so we can really optimize our intuition and our creativity.
Oh, that sounds exciting. I can't wait to start. Well, that's great. Well, we'll get started with that, and we will meet you in there.
All right. See you soon.
Thank you.